Welcome to Coastal Connections. I'm your host, Ashley Smith. I know you're looking at your clocks. It's just past noon or something like that, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So we're going to talk now with the Virginia Beer Festival. And joining me to speak about that is Corey Smith and Kevin O'Connor. You own O'Connor Brewery. We're so happy to have you guys here. You brought all these goodies. So there's a lot going on next month. Tell us about the Virginia Beer Festival. Corey, we'll start with you, a little bit about it, and then we'll talk about the actual companies that will be a part of it.
Perfect. Thanks so much for having us.
Absolutely.
First off. So this is the 16th annual Virginia Beer Festival at Town Point Park. It'll be May 20th and 21st from 2 to 6 p.m. We have over 65 breweries that are going to be there this year, and 150 of those roundabouts will be local, which is awesome. You know, we love bringing the Virginia, keeping it home. So.
Absolutely.
So we're really looking forward to that. We have a specific layout of the park and a designated area just for the Virginia beers.
Very cool. And Town Point Park. Right
at Town Point Park, correct.
Awesome, perfect.
Yep.
Well, okay, Kevin, tell me about this craft beer brew school that will be happening during the festival. For folks that, of course, just want to drink, they can do that.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
if you want to learn how to make it, they can learn with you.
Well, I think it was 3 or 4 years ago they started this concept to bring in local breweries to talk to the crowd. Usually I talked about the business of brewing. Last year we put one of our brewers in it. He would talk more technical brewing processes, and I think the year before that was our sales rep talking about selling and talking about the retailers and how to enjoy beer, I guess, out in the public.
Responsibly, the right way.
Always.
Very, very cool. So there are so many activities I'm sure you can do while you're there during that weekend. And Corey, you guys usually have a lot of people in attendance as well.
That is very true, yes. And we're hoping for wonderful weather.
That's right.
So we can maximize that amount this year. Like I joked, you know, last year we bought sunscreen, so it was a little overcast.
A little wet.
So this year I'm buying ponchos, and it will be beautiful and sunny, and we are going to fill that park full of people.
That's right.
Like you said, we have lots going on. The brew school is on Saturday throughout the day. There's different times that you can do that. We'll have food trucks, some great music on Saturday. We have Anthony Rosano and the Conqueroos. And then on Sunday we'll have Brackish Water Jamboree Band.
Now, what kind of food, guys, goes best with beer? Is there like specific types of food that's going to be out there? I mean,
well, I know some of the food trucks you guys usually get are the Carnage Asada. Some of their spicy tacos go really well with.
Nice.
I'm going to throw it out there, El Guapo, our agave IPA. So that's really good. I mean, if there's loggers out there, you can eat everything from a cheeseburger to French fries, yeah, and
we'll definitely have that. We'll definitely have that wide assortment too. So yeah, they will be.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, because it opens what the 4th. The 4th. So yeah, you guys are going to be jam-packed for sure. People going from Waterside to the festival. Okay, now let's talk about this beer here, because this is a special beer that you guys have for the International Tattoo that's in town. So talk to me about this beer, guys.
So that is actually our O'Connor Beer Music and Might. It's the 2nd year that they have brewed this for us. Like you said, it's the Virginia International Tattoo. The Virginia Arts Festival is putting that on this week in Norfolk at the Scope. And so Kevin and the crew has been great and kind of dedicated this beer to us this year and last.
Well, I know the tattoo has been hugely successful here for Norfolk and Hampton Roads, and we were always proud to jump on board. I think last year when we did it the first time, I think it was Kelly Harlan used to be with you.
She was.
She's the one who kind of put this all together, and the great thing is during the tattoo, a lot of the restaurants pick it up in downtown Norfolk. So once you're done at the tattoo, you can come out into the streets and taste the beers. I know we've been doing things with the First Fridays.
Absolutely, yep. It's been at First Friday. Like you said, it's at quite a handful of restaurants that are in downtown Norfolk also.
That's very cool. So all these specialty types of brews, of course, you mentioned local breweries will be there for the festival. Anything else? We have a few seconds left that you'd like folks to know before we go to break here.
Tickets are available.
That's right.
You can buy them now at vafest.org. Obviously, or visit our office in Norfolk and give us a call. But it's a great time, and again, keep our fingers crossed for that wonderful weather.
We got you. Yeah. I'll talk to Tim.
Thank you so much.
Right?
That would be fantastic.
Thank you, guys. Corey and Kevin, we appreciate you being here so much. The Virginia Beer Festival, May 20th and 21st. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Coastal Connections. You know, here at 13 News Now, we love organizations that do so much in the community. So we're going to talk about one of them right now. The Hampton Roads Community Action Program does fantastic work, and we're going to tell you about it. So joining me now is Edith White, certainly no stranger here to 13 News Now. It's wonderful to see you. You're the executive director. And Dr. John Dever, wonderful to see you as well, president of Thomas Nelson Community College. You're also the Community Service Citizenship Award recipient, and we'll dive into that in just a moment. But first, Edith, tell me about the Hampton Roads Community Action Program. What's it all about?
Certainly, and thank you, Ashley, for the opportunity to be here. The Hampton Roads Community Action has provided pivotal programs for the community for more than 50 years across our region. Programs such as Head Start, Project Discovery, supportive services for veterans, programs that take care of those who are in need in our community, such as the homeless, and those who require additional support to move forward in their lives. So we are very proud of the work that we have done across this region to help educate, to help provide jobs, to help improve the health and quality of life of individuals in our community.
And we appreciate all of that fantastic work you're doing right here in Hampton Roads. I want to talk about this Community Service Citizenship Award. What is that all about? And of course, you're the new recipient of the award, so tell us about it.
Well, I appreciate very much the recognition from the Hampton Roads Community Action Program, and I take it as a recognition not of me, but of Thomas Nelson Community College and the good work that we do there that is very much aligned with the mission and the programs that the Hampton Roads Community Action Program does. At Thomas Nelson, we believe that it's very important, in addition to our comprehensive range of academic programs, that we provide a full set of accelerated training programs that can be completed in a short term for people who are looking for immediate employment. We understand that self-sufficiency, which is a major goal of Edith's program and organization, is something that we want to provide to residents of the Virginia Peninsula. Absolutely. And so we have programs in healthcare, in manufacturing and construction trades, in information technologies, in commercial driving licenses, and other programs that people can get good jobs and get on their way to self-sufficiency through these accelerated programs.
That's fantastic. A lot of good work going on there at Thomas Nelson. I want to talk about this awards banquet too, Edith. Is this a fundraiser for the organization, or is it predominantly just for recognition, or a little bit of both there?
It is for both. And as you can see, why it was an easy choice to select Dr. Dever and Thomas Nelson Community College for the Citizenship Award this year, because of the great work that they do. And we believe at HRCAP that the job is too big to do alone. And so working in partnership with other great entities is the way that we move the dial forward in Hampton Roads. This event is a fun event. It's an exciting event. We have great entertainment along with great award recipients like Dr. Dever. And it's an opportunity for the community to come out and to show its support for an organization that has been at the foundation of making a difference, having true impact, and really changing lives in a very positive way. So the event will be on May 16th at the Marriott City Center in Newport News. So you can expect a great time. It is not too late to purchase tickets. We have some surprise events, gifts, and prizes. I'm trying to pique everyone's interest.
That's right.
To come out and enjoy the evening with HRCAP, our wonderful award recipients. In addition to Dr. Dever, they include Enterprise Holdings for the great work they do in the community, Charlene Christopher, who's a member of our board, as well as a member of Norfolk Sister Cities, Maurice Jones, the former Secretary of Commerce and Trade for Virginia, and now the Executive Director of LISC. And then we want to highlight one of our students, you know, a student who is preparing for post-secondary education, college, and career. And so we have a student award recipient this year as well. It's important that we give young people the tools that they need and the opportunities to move forward in life.
Perfect. The Hampton Roads Community Action Program Banquet, May 16th. For more information, make sure you visit hamptonroadscap.org. Thank you guys for being here so much with us. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
you for joining us again for Coastal Connections. You know, it's always a good time to talk about health and awareness, and we're going to do that right now. So joining me from Lee's Friends and Run on the Wild Side, a very fun event, is Carol Olson, the Executive Director of Lee's Friends. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Lee's Friends does some incredible work. I want you to tell folks here what exactly Lee's Friends does.
Thank you. I'm happy to talk about Lee's Friends. We started in 1979, and we are a cancer support organization providing free resources to the cancer community here in Hampton Roads. Usually that comes in the form of transportation to and from doctor appointments, chemo treatments, radiation therapy. We have volunteers who provide emotional support, so we know from having done this for quite a while that you will sometimes tell a complete stranger stuff you will not tell your best friend or your family member. We have a very small grant program where we can make a one-time financial contribution to help someone who is struggling due to their cancer diagnosis. We also have a tremendous knowledge of resources in the community that are available if you need something that we don't do.
Absolutely. I tell you what, it's very difficult to find someone nowadays that has not somehow been impacted.
You're exactly right.
By cancer. So, thank you so much for the work that you do. I have a few family members that have gone through it. So, incredible organization, and you guys have an event coming up.
We do.
Run on the Wild Side.
Yes.
What is that all about?
Well, we started it in 2004, and it was met with great enthusiasm by the running community and the community who just want to support Lee's Friends. And so we have been delighted to continue bringing it back, and this year we'll celebrate our 14th annual Run on the Wild Side. Last year we moved it to a new venue, and it was wonderful. We are at First Landing State Park in Virginia Beach, the 64th Street entrance. We encourage people to bring a beach chair and towel and stay and enjoy the lovely beach surroundings after the event.
Absolutely, yes. You don't have to tell me twice. I love that. And it's a beautiful location as well.
Right.
Okay, so it's called Run on the Wild Side. Is this also for walkers?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Please, please, please. We want everybody there. Young, old, people who are doing it just for fun, people who are doing it because they want to exercise. This money is very important to our organization. All of our services are free, but it does cost money for us to keep our doors open, and this is a very important fundraiser for our organization.
Absolutely, and I'm sure you guys could use some volunteers as well. To what capacities could you use volunteers?
We have volunteer opportunities in lots of different areas. We've got the registration table that always needs help. We have t-shirts to give out. We have a water station that needs to be manned. We have course marshals. We have folks that help us with a party. We do like to party after all of this exercise. So we have a little post-party, and we can always use volunteers to help clean up.
Well, let's talk about where people can register, where they can find more information, a website, a phone number they can call.
Okay, well, the race itself is available for registration on RACEIT, RACEIT.com. They can also go to our website if they want to have more information about Lee's Friends, leesfriends.org. The registration is available in paper to be downloaded, and they can mail it to our office. And they can always call our office, and we'd be happy to give them the lowdown and all the details.
Perfect. And of course, the phone number will be on the website, so make sure you go and check that out as well.
Please.
Let's go back to Lee's Friends, because this is a fundraiser for the organization, but what are some of your other ongoing needs that you need there at Lee's Friends?
Well, we're always desperate for volunteer drivers. One of the things that we do is to take people to their doctor's appointments, chemo treatments, radiation therapy. We gave over 2,500 rides away free of charge last year. It's a huge need, but we turn people down. And so the goal for us would be to have enough drivers that we wouldn't be turning anybody away for service. We also need volunteers to help come work in our office, answering the telephones, coordinating the requests for help and support. We also need volunteers to go through our training course to provide this emotional support. So there are lots and lots of opportunities. If you want to work with Lee's Friends, we'll find a place for you.
Absolutely. I'm sure there are plenty of opportunities, especially when you're talking about cancer awareness, support, and of course the big event coming up as well.
Right.
Did you start Lee's Friends, or are you just directing it now?
I am directing it now. Last year I celebrated my 25th anniversary with the organization, and I took over from Lee's mom, who was the founding executive director, who is still very involved with us. And shout out to Emily for all she does to support me as I continue supporting the cancer community through my work at Lee's Friends.
Fantastic. Lee's Friends Run on the Wild Side is May 20th. Make sure you visit RACEIT, RACEIT.com for more information. Carol, thank you for being with us.
Thanks, Ashley.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Coastal Connections. You know, as you look outside, I'm sure you can tell the weather finally starting to break. It's beautiful outside, so it's time to get back in the yard, back in the garden, and plant something, and also help Hampton Roads to look beautiful. So here to talk about Project Planted with Dominion Resources is Suyapa Marquez. You're the coordinator of Project Planted, and another familiar face to 13 News Now, Benita Billingsley-Harris. So good to see you as well.
Always good to be here. Thanks, Ashley.
Awesome. Suyapa, tell us about Project Planted, what it's all about, and how people can help.
Yes, so Project Planted was established in 2007 by Dominion in partnership with the Arbor Day Foundation. And it basically is an education program, but it's twofold. So we give the educators the resources on our website to teach the children all about trees and how important they are to the environment. And then in April, they'll get a little redbud seedling right here, which if planted, this is what it looks like.
So cute.
Yes.
Just to see it at the beginning stages and to know
yes,
what it's
to know what it looks like. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
All right, Benita, this is not the first time you all have had this program.
Right.
So what's new about it this year?
Well, this year we have expanded to 4 additional states, Suyapa out west. Yes, we acquired a natural gas company called Questar, and with that we've expanded to many states. So we have over 50,000 students participating this year, including 8,000 right here in Hampton Roads.
That's fantastic. What is the criteria, or how do you find these students that will participate? I mean, I know we have tons of men here in Hampton Roads, but is there a certain specification you need to participate or anything like that?
If you're willing to learn and plant the tree, you meet the criteria.
There you go.
So basically last year we've opened it up, the program, to preschool, Boy Scouts, college students, as well as, yes, if you're an educator, if you're a grandparent, anybody is basically able to register for the program and get the educational materials on the website on projectplanted.com, and everybody will get a tree. So there really isn't no severe criteria.
Okay.
If you're willing to learn, and put your name in the information, we'll send you the wonderful tree seedling in April.
So awesome. Now, okay, so in addition to learning essentially how to plant, being educated about plants and that sort of thing, Benita, what else can people get from participating in this? What else have you seen as a benefit in years past?
Well, the program focuses to the 3rd grade level. It can be adapted to all the levels that Suyapa just talked about, but we focus on 3rd grade because we've learned that when children start young, learning about the importance of trees and the environment, and they learn a lot of principles that align with the SOLs about how trees are so crucial to shelter, to food, to lowering heating and cooling costs. And when they learn that young, they grow up to be more likely to be good environmental stewards and taking care of trees and the environment, which benefits all of us.
Absolutely, and we're such a growing area. There's a lot of paved roads and buildings, so to be able to contribute in this way is just such a major impact and really important to us. So, Suyapa, this is the 10th year?
Going into the 11th year.
Going into the 11th year.
Yes.
How many of these have you guys passed out over the years? I'm sure plenty.
Over 400,000. Yeah, over 400,000, which is quite amazing when you think about if all of these are planted into the ground, it'll be about 1,000 acres of new forestry.
Wow.
So that's quite amazing. So it's just like Benita said, it's a wonderful experience because it gives children sometimes that have never planted a tree the opportunity to see something from birth to maturity.
Exactly.
Which is great as far as teaching responsibility, life skills, as well as teaching them about the environment and all the benefits that the tree gives us.
It's a great activity to do for these students kind of going into the summer. Of course, it's, you know, it's not the summer yet, you know, still got to get through a little bit of time here, but something great for parents to help out with and that sort of thing.
It really is. And they'll live in a container like this for up to a year. So if a child lives in an apartment or doesn't have the ability to plant it right away, you can plant it right in a container like this, nurture it inside, and then you make plenty of sunlight, and then replant it outside somewhere when you find the right place.
Now, can people
not near a
still
power
order
line, of
one?
course.
Yeah, not near a power line, preferably away.
Yes.
Are you still taking orders for this, or?
I think that's wrapped up now.
Yes, so it's wrapped up. So
still access to the materials online.
So you can still go to projectplanted.com and still go to the educator resources tab and still get all the information on there. The sign-ups start at the end of the year, and then until all the resources are given away, they're available.
So fantastic. From Project Planted and Dominion, thank you guys so much for joining us, Suyapa and Benita. Great to see you guys.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to this edition of Coastal Connections. You know, we all have a bucket list, right? Well, I'm not sure if you know, there are so many things you can check off of that list right here in our area. So to talk about the book, 101 Things to Do in Virginia Beach Before You Die, is the author of that book, Tony Guagenti. This is really cool. You know, I'm from here, and I'm sure there are plenty of things that I don't know that I can do in Virginia Beach. So tell me, how did you come to write this book?
Hi, Ashley. Thanks for having me. What happened was, actually, they were doing this book around the country at different cities, and I had a friend who was approached because she had written another book about Virginia Beach. She felt like this might be more up my alley, and offered me up to the publisher, and I signed on, and you know, a year later, here it is.
So cool. What are some of your favorite things to do that's in this book in Virginia Beach?
Well, you know, I love Virginia Beach so much because it's, you know, you can't go too far without finding water. Yep. So I love to go to the beach. I've kayaked on the beach, I've parasailed, paddle boarding, you know, there are just so many things to do. You know, just having a glass of wine, you know, on a deck, you know, at somebody's house looking over the beach is a great thing to do as well. But I also, you know, I love to go to some of the festivals. I love Beach Street USA. There are these beautiful historic houses that I don't think people know about here. Absolutely. You know, just tucked away in neighborhoods. You know, when you're driving around, you go, look at that. That house was built, you know, in 1805, and you get to go in and you get to experience Virginia Beach when it was Princess Anne County many years ago, and see how, you know, how life was here in a small coastal town many years ago.
So you talked about the historic homes, which you're absolutely right. A lot of people don't know about the history. It's very rich in history in Virginia Beach. Is there something else that really comes to mind that might surprise people when they read your book that you can do in Virginia Beach?
Well, I think, you know, I talk about the SeaTac area. That's one area that I don't think people know a lot about, and it is, I think, the oldest, or one of the oldest African-American neighborhoods, areas in the country. And I think, you know, there are historic churches that you can go to, and I think that that's something that people don't really know when they're getting off of Bird Neck Road and driving down to Ocean Breeze Water Park or the aquarium. You're like, wait, take a minute and, you know, take stock of what was here long ago. I, you know, actually went to watch the 700 Club at CBN at Regent University there with Pat Robertson, and again, I don't think people understand that that is a major network there. They broadcast all over the world, and you can go in when they're taping and watch the show live. So that is definitely an experience that's right in our backyard that I think people should take advantage of.
Absolutely. I went to Regent University, and it's just such a cool thing to know that they are all over the world. It's just really cool, CBN there. You know, is this book really geared toward folks that already live here, or are you really trying to speak to those that have never been to Virginia Beach to tell them what to do when they visit?
You know, I think we can hit both segments. I think there are many people here who have not, you know, say even gone down to like Knott's Island, which is not Virginia Beach, but it's on the border. And on the way, there's a little place called Monk's, which you can get a great burger, which it's amazing. So that's what I mean. Like, I feel like tourists can come and see all the different things that are in here and pick a day trip, pick a couple things to do on a day trip. And people who've been here can pick a couple things. And what I love about this book is that you can go out, you can say, hey, I'm going to try this, but then you find something else to do that might not be in the book. You know, and so you're supporting your local businesses, you're supporting the economy locally when you get out and see what there actually is to do in your backyard.
Now, do you plan to perhaps write another book, you know, 100 Things to Do in Norfolk or on the Outer Banks? Are you planning to do something else?
I'd be up for writing the Norfolk book because I've lived in both places and I like to explore. So I think I could do that one, but that's not in the works right now, but I would definitely be up for it.
Now, how can people order this book?
Well, it is on Amazon.com, and I have a website that's 100thingstodovb.com. They can order it that way. I know it was at the Barnes & Noble at Town Center. I know they had a few copies there as well.
Awesome, awesome. Anything else as we kind of wrap up here that you would like people to know about the book?
I just want people to get out and see what great things there are to do in Virginia Beach because we are really lucky to live here.
Absolutely. A beautiful area. Hampton Roads in general, absolutely beautiful. Tony, we appreciate you for being here. 101 Things to Do in Virginia Beach Before You Die. We appreciate it so much, and we appreciate you for joining us again for Coastal Connections. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.